I'm fine, thank you. Yeah.
Okay, good.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
took me a
Yeah.
while to log on for some reason.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
never mind, I'm here now.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so I'll just have a quick roll call. So, hello, Baolin. How are you? Can you hear
Hello,
me?
teacher. I'm good, thank you.
Good. Okay, I'll just write down everyone's names.
Khánh Linh, Trà My, xinh đẹp, Phương Linh, toàn đứa xinh thôi.
Okay. Today, actually, it's very cold here. It's suddenly like winter. Only about 10 degrees.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Baolin, I can see. Hello. Kang Ling. Hello, Kang Ling.
Hello, teacher.
How are you?
I'm still good. How about you?
I'm good, thank you. A little bit cold today. A little bit cold here. It's only about 10 degrees. Who else? Yeah. How is the temperature where you are, Kang Ling?
Yes, actually here is 20 degree, but it have a
sound
lot
nice.
of wind.
Right. Sound nice. That's good. Not too hot,
Yeah.
not too cold.
Yes, but a little cool.
A little cool.
Yes.
Okay. Hello, Feng Ling. Feng Ling.
Hello, teacher.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Oh, good. I can't see you. Can you turn your camera on, please?
I'm turning it on.
Okay, thank you. Hello, Trami.
Hi, teacher.
How are you, Trami?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm good, thank you. Have you had a good week, Trami?
Yes, but this week I have to revise for my midterm exam. So really tired.
Really tired, okay. A busy week. Hello, Viet An.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Viet An?
I'm fine.
Good. Welcome to class. So, Feng Ling, I still can't see you. I guess you are still trying your camera. And I can't see anybody else at the moment. So at the moment, there is just the 6 of us. Anji is coming. Hello, Anji.
Hello, teacher.
How are you?
I'm very fine. Thank you.
Good, good, good. Okay, how many have we got now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. I think we will get started. So welcome to class, everyone. Lovely to see you all again. I hope you've had a good week. Excuse me. I've had a little bit of a cold this week, but I'm just getting over it now. So hopefully you can understand my voice okay. But if I have to do this once or twice, please excuse me. All right, let's quickly share what we are going to be doing for the class today. Okay, you should be able to see the screen now. Just before we start, everyone, does anyone have any questions for me? Any questions about English? Okay. One thing I'd just like to remind you all of is that to improve your English and to get the most out of these classes, you must, during the week, read and listen to English. This class once a week isn't enough to help you improve your English. I can show you some things, but there's all sorts of vocabulary and getting your ear used to having English. That sort of practice that you can only get by listening to English during the week. And for example, things on YouTube or movies or something like that, listen to them in English, and also reading things online in English just to practice your reading and look for new vocabulary and the way words and sentences are put together. This is the only way that you are really going to improve. I can show you many things, of course, but to get better, you're going to have to practice, like anything. For those of you who learn sports or who learn musical instruments, you have to do practice. So this the same thing for learning any language, is that you have to keep using it and have to keep even every day, even if you only do 5 minutes. 5 minutes a day, 5 or 10 minutes a day is better than 1 hour once a week. Just 5 or 10 minutes a day, looking at something in English or reading something in English. Mrs. Ha, do you have anything to say? No. Okay. All right. Bao Ling. Bao Ling.
Yes.
Okay. Can you please read our fun phrase of the week?
Fun phrase of the week, once in a blue moon.
Okay. What does it mean, Kang Ling? What does once in a blue moon mean? Hello, Kang Ling. No, she's disappeared. All right. Feng Ling. Feng Ling.
Yes.
Okay, Feng Ling. What does once in a blue moon mean?
Something that happens very rarely.
Okay, thank you, Feng Ling. Tra mi. Tra mi.
Yes.
How do you use it?
This phrase is used to describe something that doesn't happen often.
Okay, for example, what is the example, Tra mi?
I see my relatives from South Vietnam once in a blue moon.
Okay, good.
Yes.
So blue moon, everyone, blue moon, once in a blue moon just means something that happens very rarely, like a blue moon in the sky, hardly ever happens. And again, this is quite a common phrase in English, just something that doesn't happen to you very often. Such as the example that I've written here, I see my relatives from South Vietnam once in a blue moon, means I hardly ever see them. Don't see them very often. Okay, does that make sense to you, Trami?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. Oh, I think someone else has joined us. Knock 2. Can you hear me, Knock 2?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, good. Okay. I think your picture is breaking up a little bit.
What?
Oh, that's better. Your picture was breaking up a little bit, but I can see you more clearly now. It's okay now. Before it kept cutting out, but it's okay. All right. Okay. Knock 2. Seeing as I'm talking to you.
Yes.
Knock 2. What is a food coma?
It means you eat too much, so
yeah,
and
so
you sleep. I think.
Yeah, you got the right idea. So you feel very sleepy, or even you feel very sick. Yeah, you feel very sleepy. Okay, that's good. Bao Ling. Bao Ling.
Yes.
Not out of the woods yet. What does that mean?
You still on the danger bad situation?
Yes, very good. Good memory, Bali. Means you still have some problem. You still are in a bad situation. That's great. Kang Ling. Hello, Kang Ling. Can you hear me?
Khánh Linh ơi. Khánh Linh. I don't know what happened.
Oh, she has dropped out again. Okay, Feng Ling.
Yes.
Okay, Feng Ling, under the weather.
Under the weather is when you feel sick.
Good. You feel sick. You are not feeling well. Today I feel a little bit under the weather. Means I feel a little bit sick. That's good. Feng Ni has joined us. Hello, Feng Ni. How are you?
Hello, teacher. I'm good. Thank you.
Good, good. What does the ball is in your court mean, Feng Ni?
The ball is in your court. It's
Yeah.
I understand, but I don't know how to explain.
Okay, so very simply, it just means you decide. Okay, you decide. If the ball is in your court, it means it's up to you to choose something. All right. So a simple example would be Phung Ni. Shall we go to Hoi An or shall we go to Nha Trang for our holiday? The ball is in your court. Does that make sense, Phung Ni?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, it means you choose, you decide. It's up to you. Okay, so the ball is in your court just means you decide, you choose. All right, and the last one, Viet An.
Yeah, teacher.
Yeah, Viet An, I'm on the fence about something. What does that mean? If I say to you, I'm on the fence, what does that mean, Viet An?
To be unable or unwilling to commit to a decision.
Ooh, that sounds like you are reading from a dictionary, Viet An, but you are correct. Okay, it means you are unsure about something. Is China a good country? I'm on the fence about that. Means I'm not sure if China is a good country or a bad country. Okay, so if you say you are on the fence about something, means you are not sure. You are not sure. That's all it means. You are not sure about something. Okay, thank you, everyone. So we are moving quickly now. So the quick word challenge. I'm sure most of you know what a collocation is. If you don't, a collocation is a group of words, 2 or more, that often go together. A group of words, 2, 3, 4 maybe, that often go together in English. Okay, so each of these sentences has a collocation in it. Each of these collocations is correct, by the way, but in these sentences, one of the collocations is wrong. Okay, so the collocations by themselves are correct. For example, slurred speech is a collocation and victory speech is a correct collocation, but the way they are used in these sentences, one of them is wrong. So you have to tell me which one is the wrong one. So looking at number 1, Anji.
I think it's a victory speech.
Okay, can you read the whole of the sentence, please, Anji? All of number 1.
Yes. Number 1, he paid tribute to her in a very emotional slurred speech, or he paid tribute to her in a very emotional victory speech.
Okay, which one is correct, Anji?
I think it's a victory speech.
Okay. Knock 2. Which one is correct? Slurred speech or victory speech?
I don't understand the word.
Which word
speech.
don't you understand? Which word, Knock 2?
Summer speech. Yes.
Slurred speech. Okay, good question, Knock 2. That's good. Thank you for asking. Okay, for everyone who doesn't understand, slurred speech is when you don't pronounce your words carefully and distinctly. So, for example, if I was to say, he paid tribute to her in a very emotional slurred speech, that is slurring my speech. Okay, you can't quite hear the words. All right, I'm not pronouncing the words correctly. That is slurred speech. And slurred speech happens usually in 2 occasions. One, when someone has had too much alcohol to drink, okay, and they can't make their words properly. Or 2, maybe they are having some medical problem, such as a stroke, and they can't form the words properly. Does that make sense now, Knock 2? What slurred speech is? Yeah, it means when you're not pronouncing the words so that people can understand.
Yes, I understand.
Okay, so now you understand which one is the correct collocation, do you think?
I think
Which
it's
one?
1. I think it's 1.
You think it's slurred speech, do you?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Phung Ni.
I think it's victory speech.
Bao Ling.
I think it's a slow speech.
Kang Ling. Hello, Kang Ling.
Maybe it's slow speech.
Okay. Phung Ling.
Maybe the slurred speech.
Slurred speech. It's pronounced. The word is pronounced slurred. Everyone, slurred. Yeah, slurred speech. Okay, try me.
I choose slurred speech.
Viet An.
I chose victory speech.
Okay, the correct answer, everyone, is victory speech. Victory speech. He paid tribute to her in a very emotional victory speech is the correct sentence. Remember what I said, both these collocations are correct, but the way it is used in the first sentence here, the way the collocation is used is not correct. All right, so slurred speech is a collocation, but it doesn't make sense when used in this sentence. Victory speech makes sentence. Victory speech, by the way, just in case you're not sure, means the sort of speech you make when you win something. Okay? Our school team won the basketball tournament and the captain made a victory speech. Okay? So a victory speech is the sort of speech you make when you win something. Slurred speech is when you don't pronounce your words correctly. So you don't pay tribute to someone using slurred speech. That's why it doesn't make sense. Okay. Phong Ni.
Yes.
Okay, Phong Ni, can you read number 2 for me, please?
Rescue workers were trying to limit any environmental damage, or rescue workers were trying to limit any nerve damage.
Okay, good. So this word here, everyone, is pronounced environmental. Environmental, which means something to do with the environment. So again, both these collocations are correct, but one of the sentences is not correct. All right, so Phong Ni, which one is it?
I think it's environmental damage.
Is correct or not correct?
I think it's correct.
Okay, Bao Ling.
I think nerve damage is correct.
Okay, Kang Ling.
I think it's nerve damage.
Phong Ling.
I think environmental damage.
Tra Mi.
I think it's nerve damage.
Viet An. Hello, Viet An.
Việt Anh
Can you
ơi.
hear me?
Yeah, teacher.
Vâng, nhanh trả lời nhanh cho con.
I should nerve damage.
Okay. Angie.
I choose nerve damage.
And Nok Tu.
I think it's nerve damage.
Okay. The correct one, everyone, is environmental damage. In this case, rescue workers were trying to limit any environmental damage. Okay. In this sentence, rescue workers were trying to limit any nerve damage doesn't make sense. Nerve damage is something when you damage the nerves in your body. All right. So in this case, environmental damage is a better answer than nerve damage. Rescue workers were trying to limit any damage to the environment when they were trying to rescue the animals from the spilt oil, would be a way of completing that sentence. So this sentence makes more sense than the second one. So environmental damage was correct. Okay, going to now to number 3, Angie. Angie.
There is no indication that any of them was involved in criminal activities, or there is no indication that any of them was involved in economic activity.
Okay, what do you think?
I choose criminal activity.
Okay, Nok Tu.
I think criminal activity too.
Okay, Phong Ni.
I choose criminal activity.
Bao Ling.
Criminal activity.
Kang Ling.
I think it's criminal activity.
Phong Linh.
Phương Linh ơi. She
Hey.
has two devices, but
Right.
yeah, yes.
Okay.
But,
Try me. Try me.
I choose criminal activity.
Viet An.
I choose criminal activity.
Okay. Phong Linh, are you there? No. Okay, everyone. So the correct answer is criminal activity. Okay, so you are all right. There's no indication any of them was involved in criminal activity. There's no indication that any of them was involved in economic activity. Doesn't quite make sense. Okay, and remember, even though these collocations are correct, all right, the way that is used in this sentence isn't quite right. All right, number 4. Bao Ling. Bao Ling.
They could face danger for the global economy, or this could spell danger for the global economy. I choose face the danger.
Okay, Kang Ling.
I choose face the danger too.
Okay, Phong Linh. You
I
there, Phong
choose
Linh? Oh, yeah.
face danger.
You choose face the danger. Okay, try me.
I choose face the danger.
Okay, Viet An.
I choose face the danger.
Anji.
I choose face the danger.
Knock 2.
Maybe I choose spell danger.
Okay, and Phong Ni.
I choose face the danger.
Okay. All right. Congratulations, Knock 2. You're the only one who got it correct. It is spell danger. This spell danger is a very common collocation. Okay, much more common than face the danger. And in these two sentences, spell danger is the only one that can be correct. This could spell danger for the global economy. This could spell danger for Hanoi. Spell danger just means this could be dangerous. To spell danger just means something could be dangerous. Going for a swim in shark-infested water could spell danger for you. Means it's dangerous to go for a swim in water where there are sharks. Okay, so face the danger for the global economy. This one doesn't make sense. Okay, spell danger is the more common collocation and the one you will hear most of the time in English. And again, spell danger just means something is dangerous. Okay, coronavirus spells danger for older people. Means coronavirus is dangerous for older people. All right, last one of these, Kang Ling. Kang Ling.
Yes.
Number 5, please, Kang Ling.
The couple spent $2 million on lawyer fees in a leadership battle, or the couple spent $2 million on lawyer fee in a divorce battle.
Okay, which one is correct?
Divorce battle.
Okay, and by the way, just again, if you are not sure about the pronunciation, this is pronounced $2 million, $2 million, and this word is lawyers. Can you say that for me, please? Kang Ling, Kang Ling.
$2 million.
Yeah,
lawyer.
And this one, lawyers, lawyers.
Lawyers.
Lawyers, correct. Lawyers, lawyers. Okay. I know it is spelt law, but in this word, it's actually pronounced loy. Slightly different from how to spell. Yeah, so it is lawyers, lawyers.
Lawyer's fee.
Correct. Lawyer's fees. Correct. Lawyer's fees. Good. Okay. Feng Ling.
Yes.
Which one? Feng Ling?
I think it's a divorce battle.
Tra Mi.
I think it's divorce battle.
Viet An.
I think it's leadership battle.
Anji.
I think it's a divorce battle.
Nok Tu.
I think it's divorce battle.
Feng Ni.
I choose divorce battle.
And Bao Ling.
I choose divorce battle.
Okay. Divorce battle is correct. The couple spent $2 million on lawyers' fees in a divorce battle. So leadership battle in this sentence doesn't make sense. Why would a couple spend $2 million in a leadership battle with the lawyer? Doesn't make sense. So divorce battle is the collocation that makes the most sense. All right. So again, this is just practice with collocations, getting you used to how they are used. Are there any questions about any of those? All right. So I'm going to miss out the word formation practice this week, I've decided, and we'll go straight to our speaking practice for today, because we're getting a little bit behind where I want to be at this part of the year. So we will do more of the word formation practice next week. And actually, I'll just check no one else has joined the class while I am there. Feng Ling, is your camera still not working?
Yes.
Okay. And Anji, I can't see you, please. Now I can. That's better. Thank you, Anji. Please keep your camera on so I can see you. It's much easier for me if I can see you all the time. Thank you. Okay. All right. So you should be able to see this document that I'm sharing with you now. All right. So just a quick revision, all right, before we go on with this. Remember, the last couple of weeks, we've been looking at character adjectives, all right? Character adjectives. So I'm just going to test you with some of these now, just to make sure you remember these, because this is good for expanding your vocabulary. And it's also good to know these words when in an exam, if someone asks you to describe yourself or someone else, these are the sort of words you need to remember. Feng Ling.
Yes.
Yeah. What does outgoing mean when you are talking about someone? Someone who is outgoing means what?
Someone outgoing means he want to always go outside and play.
A little bit, okay. It means they are the common word in English is extroverted. Maybe some of you have heard this word. Someone who is outgoing and extroverted means they always like talking to people, okay? Yeah. They always like to mix with other people all the time. They are not shy. All right, so outgoing is the opposite from shy. So sure, maybe they like to go out a lot, sure, okay, but it's more to do with their character, their personality. Means they are not shy, means they are extroverted. Do you know, by the way, Feng Ling, what the opposite of extroverted is? Do you know what the word is?
No.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me Tra Mi?
Yes.
Yeah. Extroverted. Have you heard this word before?
Yes, extrovert
Yes.
is
Yep.
EXTROVERT.
Yeah, correct. Okay. So you know what it, so it means outgoing. Extroverted and outgoing are synonyms. What is the word, Trami, that is the opposite of extroverted?
Introvert.
Correct. Very good. Okay, so everyone, the opposite of an extrovert is an introvert, someone who maybe is more shy, who likes to stay in. Maybe some of you are introverts. Maybe some of you are extroverts. Most people are a mix of both. Okay, sometimes you like to be shy and not go out. Other times you do want to go out and talk to lots of people. All right. Someone who is Viet An, nosy. Viet An.
Yes.
What does nosy mean? What does nosy mean?
It negative. It like someone knows.
I know it's a little bit tricky, this one. Okay, Viet An, that's okay. Knock two, nosy.
Just,
What does nosy mean? If I say he's nosy or she's nosy, what does it mean?
I don't remember that.
Okay. Angie, do you remember?
I think nosy is curious about something that does not concern you.
Correct. Okay, very good definition. Okay, so Nok Tu and Viet An, nosy means to be very curious or interested in something that is nothing to do with you. Does that make sense, Nok Tu?
Yes.
Hello?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So someone who is nosy is someone who is interested in something that has nothing to do with them. All right. Maybe someone is being nosy about your exam score. All right. And it has nothing to do with them. So they are being nosy. All right. Does that make sense, Viet An? Hello, Viet An.
Yes.
Yeah. So nosy means someone who is curious or wanting to find out about something that is nothing to do with them. All right. Does that make sense? Viet An?
So difficult. I can.
It is a little bit difficult, I know, but nosy means someone who is interested in someone else's business or someone else's, whatever someone else is doing, but it is nothing to do with them. Means someone who is curious, but too curious. That's what nosy means. Okay. Bao Ling.
Yes.
Yes, blunt. What does blunt mean?
I think blunt is like the thing, like not being polite.
Yes, not being polite. Okay, someone who is not polite. All right, someone who maybe says exactly what they are thinking, whether it is good or bad. They don't say it politely. Someone who is blunt. Okay, that's good. Kang Ling.
Yeah.
Stingy. If someone is stingy, what does that mean?
Maybe they are really generous and they are unwilling to give to other people something.
Correct. It usually means they are very careful with their money. Okay. Means they are not generous. All right. Means they don't like to pay anything. Someone who is stingy. Someone who is stingy usually doesn't like to pay any money for anything. All right. That is stingy. That's good, Kang Ling. Thank you. And the last one, Fung Ling.
Yes.
Yeah, Fung Ling, ambitious.
Ambitious.
Someone who is ambitious. What does that mean?
You want everything. It's like
Yes. Yes, that's close. Someone who is ambitious wants to be successful. Okay, that's the easiest way to remember it. Someone who is ambitious wants to be successful. Maybe they also want to be rich. Maybe they also want to be famous. So ambitious means all those things, but most of all, it means someone who wants to be successful. I'm sure you all know people who are ambitious. Some people are not ambitious, okay? Doesn't mean they don't want to be successful, but maybe they don't really want to be rich or famous. But someone who is ambitious really wants to be successful or really wants to win all the time. That is an ambitious person. So again, it is worthwhile remembering these character adjectives. They are very useful when it comes to describing people in English. And the other thing we looked at last week, we looked at adverbs to go with these character adjectives, such as she's really outgoing, okay? She's very hardworking. She can be terribly impatient. Terribly just means a lot or very impatient. All right, so adverbs like that are very useful for adding emphasis to these character adjectives. She's really blunt. She's very nosy. All right, she's a little bit stingy. A little bit means doesn't like spending much money. A little bit stingy. Okay, what we're going to do now is looking here at the speaking exam part 1. So most of you will remember that part 1 of the Ielts speaking exam is when the examiner asks you questions, normally something to do with yourself. And the sort of answers you give are only maybe 2 or 3 sentences at the most, quite short answers. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play you some of these questions. All right. I want you to listen to each question, and then I'm going to get you to give me an answer, your answer. Okay. You should hear this now.
Track 2. Tell me something about your family. What do you like doing most with your family? Who are you close to in your family? In what way is your family important to you?
Okay, so they are samples of the sort of question that you will be asked in part 1 of the Ielts exam. So I'm going to start with you, please. Trami. Trami?
Yes.
Okay, can you listen to the first question, please, and then give me an answer, okay?
Yes.
Track 2. Tell me something about your family.
Okay, Trami.
My family has 4 people. My parents, my brother, and me. We are very like near and test. I don't really remember this collocation.
We are very, what are you trying to say?
Near and test.
You're probably
near
best.
And dear.
Yes. You're probably best not to use that collocation. You're probably best just to say we are very close. Is better. Just use one word. Okay. So you said my family has 4 people. Yeah.
Yes.
My brother and me, we are very close.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, so that's all you need to say to answer this question. That's good, Trami. We are very close. Okay, good. All right, so next, Viet An. Viet An.
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, I'm going to play you the question. Can you please answer the question, okay? Listen to this.
What do you like doing most with your family?
I like going hang out with my parents. We go to restaurant. We go to park. Yes.
Okay, we go to I like to hang out with my family. We go to restaurants. We go to parks. That's good. That's good, Vietnam. Very good. Okay, Anji, are you ready?
Yes.
Who are you close to in your family?
I'm close to my mom the most. She and I often go out and eat in a restaurant, and we talk with each other a lot.
Okay, good. Good answer, Anji. Perfect answer. Very good English. All right, correct tense. That's great. If you are wondering, by the way, why I am playing you this voice and I am not reading you the question, I want you to get used to listening to other voices as well as mine, okay? To listen to other voices with a different accent, just so you don't get used to hearing my voice all the time. Okay, knock 2. Are you ready?
Yes.
In what way is your family important to you?
I think family is the most important in my life. Home is a place I come back. I come back when I feel tired after they learn and work in school. So
okay. Yeah, that's good. Home is the place I come back to. All right. Home is the place I come back to. You need to have that preposition there. Home is the place I come back to. All right. That's good, knock 2. That's fine. Remember, you only need to answer 2, at the most 3 sentences for this. Not long answers. All right. Just 2 or 3 sentences. Okay. Fung Ni, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Track 2. Tell me something about your family.
My family has 5 people. My father, my mother, my sister, and me. I get along with my sister the most. She is a good, fun person, and she always talk and share with me everything.
Okay, so only just 2 mistakes, Fung Ni. She is a good, fun person, okay? She is a good, fun person. Okay, Fung Ni? All right, she is a good, fun person and she shares lots of things with me, is how to say it. Can you say that sentence for me, please, Fung Ni?
She's a good, fun person, and she shares a lot of things with me.
Good, good, excellent. Just like that, Fung Ni. Just like that. Very good. Okay, Bao Ling, are you ready?
Yes. Yes.
What do you like doing most with your family?
I like spending lunchtime or dinner with my family most. In dinner and lunchtime, we can talk. We can talk to them. I can talk to them and say how's my daily life.
Okay, just one mistake. At dinner and lunchtime. You said in dinner and lunchtime. Okay, it has to be at dinner and lunchtime. At dinner and lunchtime. We can talk to each other. Okay, thank you, Balden. All right, Kang Ling, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Who are you close to in your family?
In my family, I'm probably close with my mom's, and my mom is a little outgoing person. So, my mother and I always go out and play together, and we all quite close each other. We can share
O-
everything each other about our daily life, our school life, and what can we do, what we eat. And it's really fun and happy when I have a mom that understands me like that.
Okay, perfect, except for one word, Kang Ling. Okay, that was very good. You said my mum's a little outgoing person. So little isn't quite the correct adverb to go with outgoing, okay?
Okay.
Little outgoing. So you would need a better adverb, such is your mum very outgoing? Would you say?
Yes.
Okay, so you use that one. Little outgoing doesn't make sense in English. Okay, so someone is very outgoing, or they are a little bit outgoing.
Okay.
All right. So you can't say little outgoing. You either have to say she's a little bit outgoing, which means, yeah, she's outgoing a little bit sometimes, or someone is very outgoing.
Okay,
All
got
right.
it.
Okay, good. Okay, and last one of these, Feng Ling, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
In what way is your family important to you?
Family is important to me. Is where we give each other our love and a place to rest after a tiring day.
Sorry, Feng Ling, can you start again, please? It's very hard to hear you with that connection. Can you try again, please?
Family is important to me. Is where we give to each other our love and a place to rest after a tiring day.
Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. I understood all of that. That's good English. That's good. Thank you, Feng Ling. All right, everyone. So now what I'm going to play for you is you are going to hear some answers given by other students. All right. So this is to give you an idea of other things you can say in answer to these same questions. So just listen to this, please. Sorry, in just a moment.
Track 3.
Tell me something about your family.
Although I live abroad now, my mum's family is from Paris and my dad's family is from Toulouse. So I'm from a very French family. I would say I come from quite a small family, really. For example, I just have one older sister and 4 cousins. But it's true that my extended family is fairly big.
What do you like?
Okay, so what you heard the student say then was he gave an example. All right. This is a very important thing to remember when you are trying to give a longer answer. Give an example of something. For example, Kang Ling, okay, your answer, you gave a very good example. All right. You talked about your mum being outgoing, and then you said what you and her do together, didn't you? So that was good. That was a good example of how your mum is outgoing. You said we go out together and we do this and we talk. All right. So that's great. That was very good. So everyone, please remember to try and give an example like the person did that you just heard. I'll play it for you one more time. All right. So you get the idea. So they talk about where their mum and dad come from. Okay. They talk about their small family and they give an example. So again, just have a listen to this.
Track 3.
Tell me something about your family.
Although I live abroad now, my mom's family is from Paris and my dad's family is from Toulouse. So I'm from a very French family. I would say I come from quite a small family, really. For example, I just have one older sister and 4 cousins. But it's true that my extended family is fairly big.
Okay, so you hear he talked about where his mum comes from and where his dad come from, what their hometowns are. So you can always use that in a question about family. All right, let's listen to the next question.
What do you like doing most with your family?
I like having nice long meals with good food and drink, and a few jokes for dessert.
Who are you close to in your family?
I'll stop it there. So interesting that he gives the same answer many of you did, in that he talked about eating with the family is something most people like doing with their families a lot. All right. And he also made it's quite okay to make a joke during the exam. So you heard how he made a joke, we laugh a lot, and we tell jokes for dessert or something like that. Okay, so you can have a little bit of fun while you are doing this, if you are confident enough. I'll just go back to the next question.
Close to in your family?
In my family? Well, I'm close to my uncle Jacques. He's a chef. He's hilarious, always telling jokes, and he's very enthusiastic about everything he does. We spent a lot of time together when I was growing up. In fact, he helped to bring me up.
In what?
Okay. Angie. Angie.
Just
Yeah, Angie, what does enthusiastic mean?
enthusiastic.
Yeah.
I think it's very positive.
Yes, good. All right. Someone who is an enthusiastic. This is a good word to remember too. Enthusiastic. Enthusiastic. It means to be very positive about something, about doing something. Nok 2 might be a very enthusiastic football player. Okay, it means you are very positive, really enjoy playing football. So someone who is enthusiastic about something is very happy to do something or is very positive about doing something. So enthusiastic is another good character adjective to remember.
To bring me up.
In what way is your family important to you?
My family is everything to me. They are my best friends, and they support me when things aren't going well. And when things are going well, I know they'll always be there for me, no matter what.
Okay, so then I hope gives you an idea of the sort of things you can say in answer to those questions. I know my family will always be there for me no matter what. Is a very good phrase to remember. I'm sure you can say that about all of your families. Are there any questions about any of that? Okay, so what we've just looked at then is the sort of questions that you could be asked in part 1 of the speaking test. And as I said, you just give 2 or 3 sentence answers, and the more adjectives you can use, the better. All right? Adjectives like, she's really outgoing. She's very enthusiastic. My dad is very hilarious, tells a lot of jokes. All right? Or my mum is very reliable. She always looks after everyone in the family. Those are the sort of things you need to remember. All right, just a quick look at tenses here. Viet An. Viet An.
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, Viet An, looking here at question number 1. Can you read number 1, please? Can you read out number 1, please, Viet An?
Tell me what about your family?
No, here where you see I have the arrow here. Can you see it? Can you see the document, Viet An? I'll share it with you again, just in case some of you are having trouble seeing this.
I'm sorry, teacher, my connection is slow.
Okay. All right. Can you see it now, Viet An?
Yes.
So here I'm looking at using tenses correctly. Okay. Can you see this paragraph?
Yes.
Okay. Can you read number 1, please, Viet An? Yeah.
How long have you known your best friend?
How long have you known your best friend?
No.
How long have you known your best friend? Okay. Do you know what tense your answer is going to be? Is it going to be past tense or present tense? Your answer.
In past tense.
Actually, no, it's going to be present tense.
Present.
I think. How long have you known your best friend? How long have you known your best friend? Maybe it could be past tense. All right. How long have you known your best friend? Viet An, answer the question, please.
No, 9 years.
All right. I've known my best friend for 9 years now, is how you would answer.
I know best friend for 9 years.
Yeah, so that's probably past tense. I have known my best friend for 9 years. I have known my best friend for 9 years. Okay, Anji.
Yes.
Number 2, please, Anji. How did you meet? Is your answer going to be past tense or present tense?
I think it will be in the past tense.
Correct. Okay. It's going to be something that happened some time ago. So it's going to be past tense. All right. Knock 2. Knock 2.
Yes.
Number 3, knock 2. Looking at your best friend, what kind of person is he or she? Is that going to be a past tense or a present tense answer?
It's a past tense, present perfect tense.
It's going to be, you are right, it's going to be present. Going to be present, okay? Because you are talking about what kind of person is he or she now.
Yes.
So you would say he is kind and generous, but a little bit nosy.
Yes.
Okay, so that is present tense. All right. Number 4, Fung Ni. Fung Ni.
Yes.
Explain why you like him or her, your best friend. Is that going to be past tense or present tense?
I think it's the present tense.
Is correct. Okay, it's going to be a present tense thing. So I'm just making you aware of this because, again, in an exam situation or in any English situation, of course, you have to choose the correct tense that you are going to put your answer to any question in. All right, so that's just something to think of. What tense is my answer going to be? Is it going to be something that happened in the past, or is it going to be something that is now in the present tense? All right. We're going to be looking now at pronunciations. All right, pronunciations. So, Bao Ling.
Yes.
Can you please read the first sentence for me?
Somewhat easy preposition have two pronunciation, a strong form and a weak form. In normal speech, we usually use a weak form.
Good. Okay. In normal speech, we usually use the weak form of prepositions. I'll play you an example of this. so you can hear what I mean. As soon as I can get this right track up. Okay. Have a listen to this.
Track 5. 1. Can I have a cup of tea? 2. We met at university. 3. I've known him for 10 years. 4. I'm from Dubai. 5. It's 9:45.
Okay, so I hope you can hear in what the person was saying that they made a lot of the prepositions. They gave it just a weak emphasis or pronunciation. If you give it a strong pronunciation, then it will sound very strange and it won't sound natural at all. For example, if I say to you, can I have a cup of tea? Okay, it doesn't sound very fluent or very natural. So what I need to do is just give a weak pronunciation to the prepositions in this sentence, such as, can I have a cup of tea? So the and the of sounds are very, very weak. Kang Ling. Kang Ling.
Yes.
Can you please read number 1 for me, please? Try using the weak pronunciation of and of, okay?
Like cup
Okay.
of tea, like
Yeah, just read the sentence. Read the sentence.
can I have a cup of tea?
Okay, so you gave it the strong pronunciation, all right? I want to hear the weak pronunciation. And again, I'll repeat it for you, everyone. Can I have a cup of tea?
Can I have a cup of tea?
Yes, better. Okay, so and of, okay, you don't pronounce strongly if you want to sound natural, okay? So I don't say, can I have a cup of tea? All right, that doesn't sound right. Do you understand, Kang Ling?
Yes.
Because I'm giving these a strong pronunciation. All right, so you need to make sure that you give these prepositions a weak pronunciation. So, can I have a cup of tea? Okay, can you try that again, please, Kang Ling?
Can I have a cup of tea?
Good, much better. Can I have a cup of tea? All right, so you are almost gliding over these prepositions, hardly pronouncing them at all. And that's what will help you sound more fluent. Okay, number 2. Thank you, Kang Ling. Fung Ling.
Yes.
Okay, can you read number 2 for me, please?
I can't remember.
Yeah, just try. Just read it. Just read it.
The screen is.
Can you see number 2?
No, I can see.
Sorry, you can see it, Fung Ling?
Yes, I can
okay.
see it.
Oh, good. So just read number 2, please.
No, I cannot see.
You can't see the screen. Okay.
Yes.
I'll share it with you. Okay, I'll just turn it off and then share it again, just to make sure you can all see this. Okay, can you see it now?
Yes, I can see it now.
Okay, can you read number 2 for me, please?
We met at a university.
Okay, so what I want you to do is give at a weak pronunciation, like this. We met at university.
We met at university.
Okay, even weaker. We met at university.
We met at university.
Okay, even weaker. Even weaker. Okay, you can. So almost you don't pronounce this at all. It's almost like you just pronounce this as a sort of sound. Okay, so not at. I know it is written at, but when you actually go to say it in conversation, to sound fluent, you need to just make this like an sound. We met at university. Can you do that?
We met at university.
Well, that's better. We met at university. We met at university. Try me. Can you try it, please? Number two. Number two, try me.
We met at university.
Okay, so you gave it the strong pronunciation. Try me. Okay, I want you to try to give at a weak pronunciation, almost like it isn't there. So like this, listen to what I'm going to say. We met at university. Can you try that?
We met at university.
Better, better. Okay, better. That's good. All right. Thank you. Viet An.
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, number 3. Can you read number 3 for me, please, Viet An?
I have known him for 10 years.
Okay. So Viet An, just remember to be careful to clearly pronounce the S on the ends of words that have S's, please. I've known him. So the word that is going to be weak here is this one. All right, for. And you pronounce that in conversation as if it is spelled just F-A. I've known him for 10 years. I've known him for 10 years. Can you say that, please, Viet An?
I know him for 10 years.
Almost. I've known him for 10 years. Try again, please.
I've known him for 10 years.
Good. That's better. I can hear the S that time. That's much better, Viet An. I've known him for 10 years. All right. Anji, can you try the same one, please? Number 3.
I've known him for 10 years.
Okay. Again, same thing for you, Anji. Can you please change for into fa? Fa. Okay.
Yes. I have known him for 10 years.
Okay, better. I've known him for 10 years. I've known him for 10 years. One more time, please, Anji.
I've known him for 10 years.
Okay, better. I've known him for 10 years. So to be fluent, remember, you turn a word like for into F-A, fa. So you don't say for, you say fa. I've known him for 10 years. Knock 2, can you try the same thing, please? Number 3, knock 2.
I know him. Also, I have known him. How I can how to read.
Okay. I've. Just say I've. Okay.
I've. Teacher.
Yep.
Say I speak I've or I've. No. I've known him for 10 years.
Close. Okay. So just slowly this time, knock 2. Okay, slowly.
I've known him for 10 years.
Okay, that's better. All right. So remember, everyone, in conversation, all these become abbreviated. So you hardly ever say, I have known him for 10 years. Okay. I have just about always become I'ves. Just like in this next sentence, you don't say, I am from Hanoi. You say, I'm from Hanoi. You don't say, I am. You just say, I'm. Okay, now back to number 3, knock 2.
Number 3 again.
Yeah, number 3 again, please.
I've known him for 10 years.
Okay, good. Better, knock 2. Better, that's better. I've known him for 10 years. I've known him for 10 years. And again, knock 2, same thing for you. So for in conversation becomes fa. You pronounce it fa. All right. So one more time, please, Noctu.
I've known him for 10 years.
Okay, better. It's better, Noctu. Good. Sounds more fluent. Sounds more fluent doing it that way. Good. Okay. Who's next? Fung Ni. Number 4, please, Fung Ni.
Number 4 is I'm from Dubai.
I'm from Dubai. Okay. So you can even go a bit weaker on from, Fung Ni. Okay. Try again.
I'm from Dubai.
Good. Better. I'm from Dubai. I know it looks like I'm from Dubai, but instead from just becomes from. I'm from Dubai. I'm from Hanoi. I'm from Hoi An. Not I'm from Hoi An or I'm from Hanoi. Doesn't sound fluent. I'm from Dubai. One more time, please, Fung Ni.
I'm from Dubai.
Okay, good. All right. Bao Ling.
Yes.
Okay, number 5, please, Bao Ling.
It's 10:45.
Okay, it's quarter. So in this case, the 2 becomes just a t sound. It's 9:45. Can you do that?
It's 9:45.
Okay, I can still hear you saying 2. I just want to hear you say ta, ta. Okay?
It's 9:45.
I know, a bit hard for you to get used to this, I know. One more time, please, Bao Ling, like this. It's 9:45. It's 9:45. Okay? One more time.
It's 9:45.
Better. It's 9:45. It's 9:45. Good. That sounds better, Bao Ling. All right? It's 9:45. So remember, everyone, so the idea of this is to help you sound more fluent by making you pronounce certain words, usually prepositions, the little words, all right, with a weak pronunciation, So I'll get you to do one more each. Okay, Kang Ling.
Yes.
Number 5, please, Kang Ling.
It's 9:45.
Okay, it's 9:45. It's 9:45, Kang Ling.
It's 9:45.
Better, okay? Remember 2 becomes t when you're doing normal conversation. So it's 9:45, 9:45. Thank you,
Yes.
Kang Ling. Yeah, again, please.
It's 9:45.
Okay, it's 9:45. 9:45. Say it quickly, Kang Ling.
It's 9:45.
Better. Okay, when you say it fast, it's easier. It's 9:45. What is the time, Kang Ling? Yeah, it's 9:45.
Okay.
Okay. So say it again, Kang Ling.
It's 9:45.
Good, good. And of course, I'm sure you have realized by now, because you are all very clever students, that this is one of the secrets to listening to English, because English speakers will give the weak pronunciations of these all the time, especially the little words like prepositions. They hardly pronounce them at all. Once you understand what you are listening for, this will make your listening to English a lot easier, because you are not listening for anyone to say to or for or of, okay? You're listening for them to say collocations like cup of tea, all right? For 10 years, 9:45. All right, so all the little words are almost ignored. So once you get used to listening to that and also to speaking like that yourself, you will find it a whole lot easier, both speaking and listening. Fung Ling.
Yes.
Number 1, please. Number 1.
Can I have a cup of tea?
Good. Can I have a cup of tea? Great. Tra mi.
Number 2 or number 1?
Number 1.
Can I have a cup of tea?
Good. Excellent. Much better. Tra mi. That's good. Can I have a cup of tea? Can I have a cup of tea? That's great. That is just like a native speaker would say, tra mi. Very good. Good pronunciation. Okay. Viet An. Viet An.
Yeah, teacher.
Number 1, please. Number 1.
Can I have a cup of tea?
Good. Can I have a cup of tea? Can I have a cup of tea? All right. This of, in fact, almost becomes like an ah sound. Can I have a cup of tea? Can I have a cup of tea? Okay. Anji, number 1, please. Anji.
Can I have a cup of tea?
Good. Perfect. Nok 2, number 1.
Can I have a cup of tea?
Good. Perfect. That's exactly how a native speaker says it. All right. So this is one of the secrets to sounding like a native speaker, is to have weak pronunciation on prepositions. Okay. I will just play you how other speakers say it, just to reinforce this for you.
Track 6. 2. T. Of. At. From. For. F.
Okay, so I hope you heard all of those, both the strong forms of the word and the weak forms of the word. And again, as I said, it's usually the weak forms that are used most in conversation. All right. Other words also have weak forms. Here are some of the common ones. All right. These positive auxiliary verbs. Okay. I won't play them for you. I will just read them for you quickly. All right. So the strong forms, of course, in fact, I'll get you to read them. What am I doing? Bao Ling. Bao Ling.
Yes.
Okay. Can you please read the words in the first line, please? All right. With the strong pronunciation.
Can, must, do, should, was, are.
Okay. So this one here, by the way, is shall. Shall.
Shall.
Shall. Good. Okay. So the weak forms, everyone, are can, must, de, shall, was, are. All right. Those are the weak forms. I won't get you to practice them now, but just to make you aware of them. Because like I say, once you are aware of these words and how the weak forms are pronounced, then listening to English actually becomes easier. All right. The pronouns, please. Kang Ling. Kang Ling.
Yes.
Okay. Can you please read these pronouns?
Her,
Yep. Keep going.
you, them, yours.
Good. Her, you, them, and your. The weak forms would be ha, ya, them, ya. Okay. All right. Sound quite different. The weak forms sound quite different, and they sound a bit weird when you pronounce them by themselves. But as part of a whole sentence, they don't sound weird. Okay. So ha, ya, them, ya. All right. Are the weak forms of those. Feng Ling. Feng Ling.
Yes.
Okay. The conjunctions, please.
And, but, because, then.
Okay, good. So the weak forms of these would be in, but, because, or cause, and then. All right, are the weak forms of those. You will quite often hear in casual, informal conversation, because becomes cause. All right. I was late for class cause it was raining. All right. Cause in informal conversation is often used instead of because. So if you ever hear that, cause, it is short for because. All right. And the articles, we've already done that. The, and. All right. They are all have these words all have weak forms, which are very common in English. And like I say, again, once you get used to hearing these weak forms, understanding English does become easier. All right. So I will read this for you. If you use weak forms correctly, you will be more fluent and you will sound a lot more like a native speaker, just like you did before when I got you to practice, okay? This will get you higher marks in an exam because you sound more fluent. All right, and recognizing weak forms also helps you understand English speakers more easily, which is just what I was saying before. Once you know to listen for these weak forms, you can understand English. It's a lot clearer. It's very easy to miss weak forms because they are unstressed, but that doesn't matter because you know what they are saying from the context of the sentence. So I hope that makes sense. All this does is explain to you in more formal language what I just said to you before. If you use weak forms correctly, you will sound more fluent. Can I have a cup of tea, please? All right, is how a native speaker would say it. Not, can I have a cup of tea, please? All right, is very unfluent. That's not how you want to speak. All right, you want to be familiar with the weak forms of pronunciation. Okay, so I think we will start on this. All right. Questions about family and friends. Seems we have just a few minutes left, and we will continue with this next week. Does anyone have any questions, by the way, about strong forms, weak forms? Again, to emphasize, you can see all the words that have weak forms. Actually, what do? Here's a good question. Anji.
Yes.
Okay, Anji. I'll try this one on you. What do all these words here where I'm circling?
Yes.
Okay. What is one thing they all have in common? Can you tell me?
I think that it all have a vowel.
They do, but that is not what I'm thinking of. All right. Yes, you are right, but that's not the one thing I'm thinking of. Okay. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Who else? Trami.
Yes.
Okay. So forget about the word because, Trami. Okay. Ignore this word. All right. What do all the other words have in common? Apart from the fact they all have a vowel in them, which is what Anji said. Apart from that, what else? Can you tell me?
They just have like one syllable.
Yes, Trami, that is exactly right. They all have one syllable. So before you get too confused and think, oh no, I have to remember a strong and weak pronunciation for every word in English, you don't. Okay, you don't. All these words are just simple one-syllable words. These are the words that have weak pronunciations, not other words that have multiple syllables. They don't have weak pronunciations, okay? So like I say, before you think, oh no, I've got to learn 2 pronunciations for every word, you don't. Don't worry about that. It is only, and these are most of them, all right, these are most of the words that have weak pronunciations, only these words. And they are all, apart from because, which becomes cause, they are all single syllable words, all single syllable words that are usually unimportant words or little linking words. All right, those are the ones that have weak pronunciations. So please don't worry that you have to think of weak pronunciations for every word. You don't, just for the little linking words, such as prepositions. Okay. Actually, I was going to start on track 8 now, but we won't. So I'll just stop the share with you now. And I'm going to practice asking you some questions. Okay. Bao Ling.
Yes.
Who is the most important member of your family to you?
I think it's my mom. She bring up me, teach me a lot of about life, love, and the skill. So I think
Okay, good, good. So I just changed one phrase. You said she bring up me. Okay, which is not correct in English. You would say she has brought me up. Okay, she has brought me up, or she has raised me. She has raised me is probably better.
yeah, yes.
Okay,
Okay.
does that make sense, Baoling?
Yes.
Okay, she has raised me. So you can't say she bring up me. Doesn't make sense in English. Right? You would either say she has brought me up or she has raised me. Okay. Kang Ling. Tell me about your family, Kang Ling.
My family is actually a entire nuclear family. I have my mom, my dad, my brother, my younger brother, and I. And really happy and peaceful.
Sorry, you said you're happy and peaceful, did you say? Did you say
Yes.
peaceful? Peaceful, that's an interesting adjective to talk about your family. We're happy and peaceful. I mean, that's fine, but a little bit unusual. Okay. Okay, but it makes sense. It makes sense. Okay. Maybe you would say something like, we are really happy and close. Okay, close, meaning you all get on very well, is probably more normal. Okay, more normal. Okay, thank you, Kang Ling. Fong Ling.
Yes.
Okay, Fong Ling. Who is the most important member of your family to you?
Who can you say again?
Yeah, who is the most important member of your family to you?
In my family, I'm closest to my mother.
Yeah, because?
Nói khẳng định một tí, giọng rõ ràng lên.
Because she always cares about me and listen to my story.
She always cares about me and listens to my, what did you say?
My story.
Your story.
My
Okay.
story.
Okay, listens to my stories. Stories has to be plural.
Stories.
Okay, stories. Remember, unless you only have one story to tell for your entire life, which I'm sure isn't true. Okay,
Yes.
so it must be plural. Have to say stories. Stories. Okay, thank you. Trami.
Yes.
Tell me about somewhere your family has gone together recently. Somewhere your family has gone together.
Not recently, but I think it's about 3 years ago. My family went to Russia together, and we had a good time. And we have a good time.
And we had a good time. Remember,
Yes.
past tense. We had a good time. Okay. Really?
Yes.
Your family went to Russia together. That sounds very interesting. How long did you go to Russia for?
About 1 month.
Right. And where in Russia did you go?
Yes. Two places was Moscow and Saint Petersburg.
Okay, two places you need to say. We went to two places. We went to Moscow and
Saint Petersburg.
Okay, St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Trami. All right, Viet An.
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, can you turn your camera on, please, Viet An? That's better, thank you. Tell me about your family, please, Viet An.
Tell me about my family.
Yes, tell me about your family.
My family has 4 people. My parents, I and my younger brother, we are nuclear family.
Okay, we're a nuclear family. That is correct. It's probably not what you would say in conversation, though. Yes, you are a nuclear family, but you would probably want to say Viet An something like I have a mum and dad and my brother and I. my brother is younger or older than me, that sort of thing. Okay, Viet An?
Yes.
Okay, my dad is an engineer and my mum is a lawyer. Okay, so something like that is more what you would say in answer to that question. Does that make sense, Viet An?
Yes, my parents have 4 people.
Yeah, okay. So can you try one more time, please, Viet An? Okay, all right. Tell me about your family, Viet An.
My parents have 4 people. My brother is my mom, my dad, my mom, brother, and I. My brother is younger than me. My father is engineer, and my mother is teacher.
Okay, good. Much better, Viet An. That is much better. Good answer to that question. Thank you. Okay, Anji.
Yes.
Okay, Anji, tell me about something you have done with your family recently.
I think it's yesterday when my family go out to eat in a restaurant. It was very good and the food is all great. We have a great time with each other.
Okay, good. That's fine. That's fine. The only thing you could probably add to that is the sort of restaurant, Anji. Okay, it's the sort of restaurant. Like you could say a Vietnamese restaurant or an Italian restaurant or something like that is probably the only thing I would add into that, just to make it sound a little bit more interesting. Does that make sense, Anji?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, almost finished this, everyone. Knock two.
Yes.
All right, tell me about your family, Knock two, please.
My family have three people. It's my dad and my mom, my dad and me. But I live in a extended family, so my days I always see a lot of people in my house.
Okay, you see a lot of people in your house.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Knock two. And last one of these, Phung Ni.
Yes.
Okay, Phung Ni, who is the most important person in your family for you?
In my opinion, the person is the most important to me is my father. He's always listen to everything I tell him, and he support me in everything I do.
Okay, good. Good English. And he supports me. He supports me in everything I do. Okay, he needs to have an S on the end of support. He supports me in everything I do. Okay, that's great. All right, everyone, turn your cameras back on, please. Viet An. Hello, Viet An.
Việt Anh ơi. Con bật đấy ra. Ok,
Okay, Viet An.
Yes.
Yes, Viet An. Can you stay for just a couple of minutes, please? Okay.
Con ở lại sau giờ nhé. Sau khi các bạn nghỉ rồi con ở lại nhé, ở lại thầy hỏi con nhé.
Vâng.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Viet An. Okay. And for the rest of you, thank you very much for paying attention this morning. I hope you've learned something more. So remember, just the main point of the lesson today is just those strong and weak forms of pronunciation for little words, single syllable words like prepositions. And like I say, if you get used to using the weak forms, you'll also get used to hearing the weak forms, and it will make English easier to understand for you. All right, once you've had a bit of practice at that. And speaking of practice, as I say, please try to read or watch something or listen to something in English for 5 minutes every day, if you can. I know you are very busy. I know, Trami, you were saying you have exams coming up. Okay, but please, I know when you get the time, try to listen for 5 minutes a day. It will make a big difference, all right, to your English understanding. So everyone, thank you again. I hope you all have a very happy week, and I look forward to seeing you all next Sunday. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Okay, bye everyone. Yeah.
Bye. Bye.
Bye bye.
Chào các bạn.
Okay, Viet An, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear
Okay.
you.
All right, Viet An. So I just want to make sure everything is okay with you as far as the lessons are going. Are you happy with the lessons, Viet An?
Yes, I am happy.
Okay. So are they too hard for you or not? Is it a bit difficult or not?
No, not.
Oh.
Something little isn't very hard. I don't know idiom. I don't know idiom. For example, it a bonus coin. That's it.
Sorry, what was that, Viet An? What idiom don't you know?
I can't remember it.
Okay. All right. So Viet An, please, you must remember that in any time you don't understand any word, okay, when we are talking, please ask me. All right. If you are not sure of some words when we are talking, or you are not sure of some idioms, please ask me.
Yes.
All right, during the lesson. All right. Now, Viet An, are you happy that we are working on speaking, or would you like to do some more writing as well?
I like speaking. Yes, I prefer
Okay.
to speaking than writing.
Okay, you prefer to work on speaking rather than writing. Okay, and do you have any questions for me, Viet An, about the lessons? Any question?
No, I don't have any question. Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, Viet An. That's all. I just want to check. I just want to check everything is okay with you. All right.
Okay.
All right, Viet An. Okay. So have a happy week. I'll see you next week.
Goodbye, teacher.
All right. Bye bye, Viet An. Bye bye.
Bye con.